A sealed legal envelope lands on a desk inside St. James's Palace at 9 in the morning, and according to insiders, it's the moment that reportedly ends any illusion of family unity inside the House of Windsor, because 3 days earlier, Prince William was allegedly standing alone in a private room, forehead against a cold window, breaking down in tears, not because of a scandal, not because of the press, but because of one piece of jewelry, and the uncle who reportedly walked into a palace reception to demand it back. If you want to understand how a single brooch allegedly cracked open one of the oldest wounds in the royal family, stay to the end, because the way this ends is not what anyone inside that palace expected. And if you're new here, subscribe, because stories like this one only get deeper from here. Here's where it allegedly begins. Earl Spencer, Princess Diana's brother, arrives at the rear entrance of St. James's Palace at 8:45 in the evening, according to sources close to the event. He has no official clearance, his name isn't on the guest list, but as a peer of the realm with deep historical ties to the estate, he reportedly moves past the outer checkpoints without triggering alarm, and the guards on duty are said to be unwilling to be the ones who physically stop Princess Diana's own brother from entering the building. Inside, the reception is exactly what you'd expect from a quiet evening of palace diplomacy. King Charles is reportedly near the fireplace, speaking with a European ambassador. Queen Camilla is said to be circulating through dignitaries and art patrons. Calm, controlled, no cameras, no press, just the inner circle for once. Then the doors open, and according to those in the room, that entire evening unravels in seconds. Earl Spencer allegedly walks straight across the floor, skipping protocol entirely, and stops 3 feet from Queen Camilla. The room reportedly goes silent, glasses stop mid-air. Everyone realizes at the same moment that they're witnessing a live, hostile family confrontation, and nobody knows what to do about it. Now here's what makes this so unusual. Spencer is not known for unplanned outbursts. Every public move he has made over the years has reportedly been calculated for maximum legal and media impact. So when he allegedly raises a hand and points toward Camilla's lapel, sources suggest this isn't him losing his temper. This is him executing a plan. He reportedly demands an explanation for why a piece of deeply personal Spencer family history is on public display without his family's consent. The item in question is a diamond and sapphire brooch said to have originated in the Spencer family archive before it was gifted to Diana on her wedding day in 1981. It was reportedly a centerpiece of her personal collection, worn to major engagements tied to her maternal heritage. After her passing, ownership of her personal effects allegedly splintered across a web of private trusts, and to this day, sources say, it remains unclear what legally belongs to the crown and what belongs strictly to her bloodline. To Spencer, according to people familiar with the family, Camilla wearing that brooch isn't a wardrobe choice. It's allegedly a violation of his sister's legacy. Charles reportedly moves quickly to intervene, stepping between his wife and his former brother-in-law as security closes in to block any phones from capturing the moment. He wants this handled privately, upstairs immediately, but Spencer allegedly refuses to back down, reportedly telling the king that if the palace chooses to display private family property in public, it should be prepared to defend that choice in front of the entire court. And here's the detail that reportedly makes this so much more serious. The guest list for that evening had allegedly been locked 3 weeks in advance, every invitation digitally coded. For Earl Spencer to know the exact hour, the exact location, and even what Camilla would be wearing, sources suggest he had to have received information from someone inside the palace itself, which means, according to insiders, someone within the household may have wanted this confrontation to happen. Through all of it, William reportedly stands frozen a few feet away, watching his mother's brother confront his stepmother while his father tries to hold the room together. Then, without a word, he allegedly turns and walks out through a side door toward the private apartments. The door clicks shut behind him. William walks to the window, overlooking the darkened courtyard, hands reportedly trembling as he leans his forehead against the cold glass. Years of composure, said to have been carefully built since his mother's death, allegedly dissolve in a single breath, the future king, according to those familiar with the moment, quietly breaking down completely alone. Because publicly, William is the image of stability, a modern royal who handles his duties with calm precision. But underneath that, sources say, is a man still carrying the weight of watching his parents' marriage collapse in public and losing his mother far too young. This one moment, according to insiders, reportedly tore straight through decades of unresolved grief. A senior aide allegedly knocks softly on the door. Charles wants a full communications lockdown, but the palace staff reportedly has no idea where William stands, and he doesn't answer. Here's the part that reportedly explains everything. William has allegedly supported Camilla for years, even backing her elevation to Queen Consort. So why retreat instead of defending her? According to sources familiar with the family, the answer traces back to a private conversation at Althorp House in the summer of 2024, where William reportedly promised Earl Spencer that Diana's personal belongings would never be folded into Camilla's public wardrobe. When he allegedly saw her wearing that exact brooch, he reportedly realized his own staff had unknowingly broken that promise. According to insiders, this collision was never random. It was reportedly set in motion the moment nobody told the stylist what William had quietly agreed to. Then Charles allegedly sends a handwritten note demanding William return and stand beside Camilla in front of the remaining guests, a show of unity for the dignitaries still in the room. William reportedly reads it and refuses, telling his equerry he will not perform family harmony while his mother's memory is allegedly being used for damage control. According to sources, it's the first open defiance of his father's authority, and it reportedly opens a real rift between the office of the future king and the office of the reigning one. Meanwhile, Spencer's legal team is said to be moving fast. Palace security reportedly detects a spike in encrypted communication coming from his lawyers, allegedly preparing a public statement on the brooch's history in case the palace tries to quietly explain the night away. By 11 that night, the private apartments have reportedly become something closer to a command post. William's advisors are said to be reviewing 1997 probate records, trying to determine the brooch's actual legal status. William himself has allegedly composed his expression, but sources describe him as entirely focused now, aware that if this dispute becomes public, it could damage his father's health and complicate his own daughter's future inheritance. Across the palace, at 2 a.m, Charles is reportedly pacing his private study, receiving a briefing on the security breach. According to those close to him, he's caught between defending Camilla, who was allegedly humiliated in front of foreign dignitaries, and preserving his relationship with William, who has gone cold and silent behind a locked door. Then comes the detail that reportedly explains how the brooch ended up on Camilla in the first place. According to palace sources, the styling team had allegedly been working from an outdated database and missed an old legal memo restricting the display of certain Spencer-linked items. A clerical oversight, sources say, but one that reportedly landed in the middle of an already sensitive public conversation about the family's history with Diana. With reporters allegedly already circling anonymous tips about William's exit, Charles reportedly moves to contain the story. He orders William and Camilla's public schedules separated for the next 90 days and quietly authorizes a temporary transfer of the brooch to a private vault, a decision described by insiders as a pragmatic surrender that nonetheless leaves lasting tension inside the household. The next morning, a formal legal notice reportedly arrives at the palace, addressed to the king's solicitor. According to sources, it isn't a request for an apology. It's a 72-hour deadline demanding the brooch's permanent removal from the royal collection, reportedly backed by legal precedent, protecting historic family heirlooms during periods of succession. If ignored, Spencer's trustees are said to be prepared to escalate to a public court petition. Now comes the question, reportedly paralyzing the entire household. Which side does William choose? As heir and as a direct beneficiary of his mother's private trust, his decision could reportedly determine everything. Back his father, and the palace may be able to hold its ground. Stay neutral, and according to insiders, the crown's position collapses entirely. The answer allegedly comes during a closed-door meeting at Kensington Palace. William reportedly tells his solicitors he will not use his own estate to fight his mother's family in court, and instructs them to confirm his support for permanently separating the disputed artifact from the Crown collection. According to sources, that single decision dismantles the palace's legal strategy. With no unified front left to defend, Charles reportedly signs the release himself, and under the cover of night, the brooch is said to be quietly transferred to a private vault in the City of London. The deadline is met, but according to insiders, the fracture it leaves behind is permanent. By Friday, the royal calendar allegedly confirms it in writing. No joint appearances between Camilla and William for the rest of the autumn season. Camilla reportedly withdraws several other historic pieces from her rotation entirely, opting for modern, uncontested jewelry going forward. But the real resolution, according to people familiar with the family, happens quietly, away from any of that, inside the grounds of Windsor Great Park. William reportedly arranges an unannounced meeting with his uncle. No advisors, no communications staff, just family, settling family matters privately. According to insiders, they reach an agreement. Rather than remaining locked in a vault indefinitely, the brooch will allegedly be registered as a future inheritance for Princess Charlotte, bypassing the Crown collection entirely and transferring to her directly on her 18th birthday. It's reportedly the one outcome the palace's own lawyers couldn't have engineered, one that protects the Spencer family's legacy while ensuring the piece eventually returns to Diana's direct bloodline without a single day spent in open court. According to those who know him, William didn't just manage a crisis. He reportedly proved to his father and to everyone watching from inside that palace that he can hold this family together when it matters most. As autumn mist settles over the long walk at Windsor, the headlines are said to fade from the morning papers. But inside those walls, the balance of power has allegedly shifted for good. The brooch will reportedly wait in its vault until the day Charlotte turns 18, a quiet promise between a nephew and his uncle, and a reminder that in this family, some wounds never fully close, no matter how many palace doors get shut behind them.